I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I have no idea what most Rage Against the Machine songs are actually about. I've been a fan since the late 90s, but I was way more comfortable focusing on Tom Morello's guitar wizardry than Zach De La Rocha's lyrics. So finally, I did my homework. Starting with Down Rodeo, let me break it down for you. Holy shit, he just kicks you in the dick with that opening line. Rodeo refers to Rodeo Drive, a luxury shopping district in LA. And the grandparent line connects that wealth directly back to slavery in the US. Los Angeles in the 90s was still dealing with the fallout of the Rodney King case. You had extraordinary wealth in places like Beverly Hills, alongside communities that were dealing with poverty, unemployment, and police brutality. Later in the song, we get 2 new lines to flesh out the chorus. Act now, because death is just around the corner. The First Amendment protects freedom of speech. The Fifth is the right to remain silent. So for me, this line translates to take action and remain silent, because freedom of speech won't cut it. But the exact action is unclear. The shotgun introduces the threat of violence, and I think it's this question of intent that makes the chorus so provocative and compelling. There are some other lines in the verses worth highlighting. This wordplay is referencing Sly and the Family Stone, who are credited as the first major integrated band in American popular music. Fred Hampton was a Black Panther leader assassinated by Chicago police, working with the FBI in 1969. Voting does no good, so all we're left with is violence. It's a chess analogy, with the West Side possibly referring to Beverly Hills. At this point, offing kings sure sounds like a violent call to action. But after the final chorus, we arrive at what feels like the thesis statement of the entire song. The problem at the heart of it all is American capitalism. Here the instrumentation reaches a climax and slowly fizzles out. We end in contrast to the violent imagery the song has been hinting at. Total curveball. We get no clear resolution for the ride down Rodeo, and instead of a violent act, we're left with a peaceful dance. I'm honestly not sure what De La Rocha intended for this ending, but I know what it means for me. These themes, this conflict, this struggle feels just alive today as it did back in 1996. The rich are getting richer off the backs of the poor, votes don't move the needle, and innocent people are still being killed. But what do we do from here? For me, choosing to create in spite of it all is the artist's calling. Every painting made, every song that's sung, every story written is a quiet, peaceful dance, and the ultimate form of rebellion.